Well, good morning. Thank you all for being here. I'm Tim Crowley with Frost Bank, and I am the immediate past chair of the Greater Austin Chamber. We're here this morning to discuss an issue of extreme importance to our future and our quality of life here in Central Texas. As a lifelong Austinite, I have personally seen Central Texas evolve, and interestingly enough, this evolution was really predictable. Demographers will tell you that Austin has essentially doubled in size every 20 years, and this is true back into the early 1900s to today. Quite simply, we must prepare for this. We have to realize that this is a reality. To this end, the Greater Austin Chamber is here today to formally roll out our Take on Traffic initiative, an initiative led by founding chairman of Opportunity Austin and president of Heritage Title, Gary Farmer, whose passionate work on behalf of this community is well known. Let me now introduce to you Gary Farmer.
Tim, thank you very much. Unless we take action right now to move in a new direction, our economy, our environment, and our quality of life are at risk. It's time to chart a new course, a right course on mobility solutions. Today, we're announcing our intent to take on traffic, and we invite everyone in Central Texas to join us. Take on Traffic is a coalition of concerned citizens led by the Greater Austin Chamber of Commerce, working to promote a comprehensive, and let me stress, comprehensive regional transportation plan for the future of Central Texas. Take on Traffic is focused on promoting a plan that includes new roads, expanded roads, new toll roads, new rapid bus, new passenger rail, and other effective modes of mass transit. Right here at home, more than 8 of 10 people own a car. Based on population projections, on our current growth pattern, we can expect to add 500 cars to our local roads every week this year. 500 cars every week for the balance of this year and beyond, by the way. So how much longer do all of us want to just sit in traffic and be frustrated by what we're missing out on here in Central Texas? Vehicle fatalities, by the way, are already 45% above the national average, and more cars on our road is not going to make that figure go down. The bottom line, our system is broken. Doing nothing is not an option. To protect the quality of life that we so enjoy in Central Texas, we must act now. We want you to be involved. We want to invite you to go to our website. It's www.takeontraffic.com, and give us your views about transportation. Share your opinion, share your worst nightmares, share your thoughts on what we need to do to move this community forward with mobility solutions. And most importantly, educate yourself as to the facts. We want the community to be informed. We believe the public is very bright, is very intelligent, and they will help us make right decisions if they have the facts. We're very fortunate today to have our mayor, Will Wynn, with us today. Will needs no introduction, but he's here to talk a little bit about police, EMS, and firefighter needs as it relates to good transportation, as well as what congestion means to Austin. Mayor, thanks for being here.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Gary, and thank you all for being here. So yes, as Gary teed up, public safety clearly is the priority for us here in Central Texas. The city of Austin, some of you all may know, our more than $500 million general fund budget. Of that, we spend approximately 70% on police, fire, EMS. Public safety clearly is the priority for us in the city of Austin. Sadly, the stats when it comes to traffic fatalities speak for themselves. Otherwise, we live in a remarkably safe city and region. But the fact of the matter is, you are 3 times more likely to die in your car than you are to be murdered or die in a house fire combined. 3 times more likely. We have to do something about traffic and our lack of mobility in this town. It clearly is our Achilles heel, both from a public safety standpoint, but really fundamentally from a quality of life standpoint. So shame on us if we continue to stick our heads in the sand and don't step forward with a comprehensive, long-range plan that will allow us to deal with what I truly believe is the Achilles heel for our quality of life in Austin and Central Texas. So I want to commend our friends here at the Chamber of Commerce for taking this bold step. We are going to take on traffic. We're going to need your help. We're going to need both partners with the chambers, but also private citizens, businesses, organizations around town to help us come up with the plan and then fundamentally put our money where our mouth is to fund it. We're going to figure out how to use taxes, tolls, and fares. That's property tax, sales tax, gas tax, tolls, and fares to fund what's going to be a comprehensive approach to dealing with, again, our Achilles heel in this town. So thank you all very much for being here. My hat's off to our partners who are going to step forward and help us deliver on what is the fundamental challenge for us. So thank you very much.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate the opportunity. My name is Greg Hartman. I'm a Senior Vice President with the Seton Family Hospitals, and the Seton family strongly supports the comprehensive transportation plans that are being discussed here today and the Take on Traffic initiative. At Seton, we run the Regional Trauma Center. It's the busiest level 2 trauma center in the nation right now, and it's getting busier all the time. And many of those, we see a lot of traffic accidents on a daily basis, and obviously those are caused by the increasing crowded and unsafe roads that we have. The number of traffic fatalities increased by 5% in 2006. So it continues to get worse. And not only are traffic fatalities going up, the time that it takes those EMS vehicles and safety vehicles to get to our trauma centers increasing with the crowded traffic as well too. Also, the number of cars on the road, the idling traffic, and the pollution continues to be a problem to the health of Central Texas. Asthma is dramatically increasing in our population. We hear it reported both by our doctors as well as our nurses in the school districts throughout Central Texas. Particularly childhood asthma is dramatically increasing on us on a day-to-day basis. And so next I'd like to introduce Bobby Jenkins, who is the owner of ABC Pest and Lawn Service, to talk about the small business perspective.
My business is one of those businesses that's a service business, and it's important for us to be able to get our trucks from customer to customer to customer. And obviously when we're stuck in traffic and we can't get from point A to point B, that's a very expensive proposition for us. So windshield time for my technicians and companies like mine is very expensive for us to continue to provide services at a reasonable cost for our customers. And so it has a definite economic impact on small business. You know, the Austin community is made up of literally thousands of small businesses, and that's really the backbone of what the economy is. And so we've got restaurants, we've got auto places, we've got retailers that rely on the delivery of goods and services to their place. So it's not just them getting to other places, it's things getting to their businesses that are important. And when they aren't able to get there in a timely fashion, that's expensive for them. And so the small business community really is looking for a comprehensive kind of plan that will help relieve and solve this so that we can get to our customers and deliver business in a very economic fashion for our customers. I'd like to introduce Roger Mitchell, who is the 2007 chair of the Chamber of Commerce, to share with you some other ideas as to what the Chamber is going to be doing on this program. Thank you.
As we move through this year, the Chamber will look for ways to promote a comprehensive regional transportation plan, including new roads, new toll roads, new bus, and new rail services. We are researching the different methods to finance this comprehensive plan. We believe any plan must be realistic and it must face up to tough funding issues. We're going to look at ways to provide more local control over the planning and management of our transportation system and more transparency and accountability to taxpayers. As we work through each of these issues this year, we plan on informing you of what we find and ask your help to help us take on traffic, to protect our quality of life now and in the future for ourselves, our children, and grandchildren. It's time to move Central Texas in a new direction to address transportation needs. How many more cars need to join us on our roads before we decide to do something? The future of Central Texas is up to us. I encourage you to log on to our website, www.takeontraffic.com, to learn more and share your ideas and concerns.